Isang patay habang 8 naman ang arestado sa magkahiwalay na bypass operation ng General Trias City Police. Batay sa investigasyon ng mga pulis, sangkot din sa 2 kaso ng pamamaril ang napatay na sospek. Ito ang balita ni Benedict Samson.
Makikita sa ibinigay na video ng General Trias City Police ang aktwal na paghabol at pakipagpalitan ng putok sa pagitan ng mga pulis at papatakas sa drug suspect sa sitio Sampalucan, Barangay Pasong Camachilidos, General Trias City noong Biyernes ng hapon.
Nung sense niya na pulis yung katransaksyon niya ay lumunod ito at nagkaroon ng palitan ng putok. In the course po ng operation, nung tumakbo po siya, naihagis niya ito, subalit hindi po natanggal yung ating yung pin ng granada, kaya hindi po ito sumabog.
Patay ang suspect na si Marlon Sakilayan alias Andak. Nakuha kay Sakilayan ang ginamit itong kalibre 38 baril, isang pakete ng hininalang shabu, bypass money at granada. Napag-alaman din na sangkot si Sakilayan sa 2 shooting incidents sa General Trias City at Noveleta, Cavite noong 2017 at 2018. Samantala, bandang alas 3:30 ng hapon noong Biyernes, nang salakay ng General Trias City Police ang isang bahay sa sitio Sampalucan, Barangay Pasong Camachilidos, General Trias City, Cavite. Nakumpiska sa mga ito nasa 12 pakete ng hininalang shabu na may bigat na 8 gramo at tinatayang halaga na 50,000 pesos.
Actually, ang pagka-aresto po ng magamang ito sa sitio Sampalucan ay makakabawas po sa supply ng illegal na droga, at ito po ay may malaking epekto sa mga transaksyon ng illegal na droga dito po sa Pasong Camachila.
Sa ngayon ay nasa kustodiya na ng General Trias City Police ang mga naarestong sospek at maharap sa kasong paglabag sa Republic Act 9165 o ang Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002. Benedict Samson, UNTV News and Rescue, Cavite.
Tatlo ang sugatan sa nangyaring sunog sa Pasay City kagabi. Samantala, mahigit 400 pamilya naman ang nawalan ng tirahan sa sunog na sumiklab sa barangay Manressa sa Quezon City noong Sabado. Ito ang balita ni Jerry Galicia.
2 sunog ang naitala sa Metro Manila noong weekend. Hinihinalang ang pagsingaw sa tangke ng liquefied petroleum gas o LPG ang pinagsimulan ng sunog sa isang food stall sa Barangay 10 Roas Boulevard, Pasay City, alas 8:53 kagabi.
Ang sabi kasi sir nung cook sir is may naamoy siyang, bago daw po yung apoy at saka yung explosion, may naamoy siyang parang leak daw po ng LPG. Tapos nakita niya lang po, biglang umapoy at saka nag-explode na po.
Nagtamo ng second-degree burn ang 3 empleyado ng food stall. Kinilala mga biktima na sina Jerry Orpila, 33 years old, manager ng food stall, J. Venus de Los Santos, 58 years old na cook, at ang cashier na si Annalisa Sevilla, 37 years old. Nadamay din sa pagsabog at sunog ang 2 pang stall na katabi nito. Patuloy naman ang ginagawang investigasyon ng Pasay VFP kung nagkaroon ng pagkukulang ang may-ari ng stall. Samantala, pansamantala namang nanunuluyan sa covered court ng barangay at sa mga itinayong tent sa gilid ng kalsada ang nasa mahigit 400 pamilya na nasunugan sa barangay Manressa sa Quezon City noong Sabado ng alas 11 ng gabi. Sa inisyal na investigasyon ng BFP, hinihinalang iligal na koneksyon ng kuryente o jumper ang pinagmulan ng apoy.
Actually, water, karamihan tubig po talaga. Kasi ang food naman meron tayo provided 3 times. Yun nga, yung isang assistance din na binibigay namin is 3 times a day na food. Meron breakfast, lunch, tsaka dinner. So yun, maliban dun sa mga nagbibigay na politician, gano'n, meron ng local, meron provision ng food.
Problemado ngayon ang karamihan sa mga nasunugan kung paano magsisimula muli, lalo na't karamihan sa kanila ay walang naisalbang gamit.
Pangatlong sunugan namin to eh. Wala naman. Pag inaayos lang yung bahay, tapos lilipat na kami ulit. Pag naayos na. Mga siguro 1 buwan, pagkatapos na yung bahay.
Ay, mahirap po kasi nasunugan din kami, naubos din yung bahay namin. Nasa Kalil kami nakatira ngayon sa may kanto ng Dagot Street.
Sa ngayon, idinadaing ng mga ito ang kakulangan sa tubig at palikuran sa evacuation area. Jerry Galicia, UNTV News and Rescue, Philippines.
And for the news abroad,
U.S. President Donald Trump maintains his hardline stance on funding for a border wall. Nomer Peñaranda reports.
U.S. President Donald Trump on Sunday pledged not to bend in his demand for a wall along the southern border with Mexico, but said the barrier could be made of steel instead of concrete as a potential compromise with Democrats who refuse to fund the project.
So we've been in touch with a lot of people, and I informed my folks to say that we'll build a steel barrier. Steel. It'll be made out of steel. It'll be less obtrusive and it'll be stronger. But it'll be less obtrusive, stronger, and we're able to use our great companies to make it by using steel. So we're going to be doing a steel barrier, and that gives us great strength at the border.
The U.S. President also said that he is looking at a national emergency to get funding for his border wall depending on how negotiations develop.
No, we're looking at a national emergency because we have a national emergency. Just read the papers. We have a crisis at the border of drugs, of human beings being trafficked all over the world. They're coming through. And we have an absolute crisis, and of criminals and gang members coming through. It is national security. It's a national emergency.
Trump's comments came at the start of the third week of a partial government shutdown that has left hundreds of thousands of federal workers idled or without paychecks. Vice President Mike Pence is leading a second round of talks with congressional aides on Sunday about the issue, but Trump said he did not expect those talks to produce results. The White House warned again that the shutdown could last for some time, while suggesting that the other offer of a steel barrier was an olive branch to Democrats. Democrats would likely demand other concessions like protections for the immigrants brought to the United States as children, otherwise known as dreamers, or changes to other spending provisions. Nomer Peñaranda, UNTV News and Rescue, USA.
A delegation of U.S. officials, including Deputy U.S. Trade Representative Jeffrey Jerish, are now in China for trade talks with Chinese officials. The talks will be the first U.S.-China face-to-face trade talks since U.S. President Donald Trump and his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping met in December and agreed to a 90-day truce in a trade war that has roiled international markets. Trump imposed import tariffs on hundreds of billions of dollars of Chinese goods to pressure Beijing to change its practices on issues ranging from industrial subsidies to hacking. China retaliated with tariffs of its own. Trump said the U.S. tariffs had hurt China. Beijing on Friday cut bank reserve requirements amid slowing growth at home and pressure from the U.S. tariffs. U.S. National Security Advisor John Bolton provided details on the planned pullout of U.S. troops in Syria during his visit to Israel. Asher Kadapan Jr. has this story.
White House National Security Advisor John Bolton told Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that the U.S. withdrawal from Syria will be done in a way that makes sure that ISIS is defeated, while it will also take care of those who have fought against ISIS. Bolton, on a trip to Israel and Turkey, also said that Turkey must agree to protect the United States' Kurdish allies. President Donald Trump's abrupt decision to announce a U.S. pullout from Syria left many questions open, chiefly whether Kurdish fighters who had been operating in northern Syria alongside U.S. forces would now be targeted by their longtime enemy, Turkey.
Right on your border, we have the problem of the conflict in Syria. We're going to be discussing the president's decision to withdraw, but to do so from northeast Syria in a way that makes sure that ISIS is defeated and is not able to revive itself and become a threat again, and to make sure that the defense of Israel and our other friends in the region is absolutely assured, and to take care of those who have fought with us against ISIS and other terrorist groups.
We'll go up to the Golan Heights, again, depending on the weather. The Golan Heights is tremendously important for our security, and I think that when you're there, you'll be able to understand perfectly why we'll never leave the Golan Heights and why it's important for that all countries recognize Israel's sovereignty over the Golan Heights. I've discussed this with the President, and I hope I have a chance to show it directly to you tomorrow on our visit. And if we can't fly there, I'll say it again to you.
In Washington on Sunday, Trump reiterated that the United States would be pulling its troop out of Syria, but suggested the move might not happen soon. Bolton was due to hold talks with Netanyahu, who said the discussion would focus on Iran's role in the region and the situation in Syria. Asher Kadapan Jr., UNTV News and Rescue.
The death toll from the cold front in Greece rose to 3. Meanwhile, the United States of America says one of the planners of the bombing of USS Cole in 2000 was killed in Yemen. Details in this report.
The death toll from the cold front, which has been battering Greece, rose to 3 on Sunday. Firemen retrieved the bodies of 2 men, aged 66 and 67, at the outskirts of Keratea town, 30 kilometers southeast of Athens. On Saturday, search squads also found the body of a 66-year-old woman, one of the victim's spouse. They were all riding a car when a heavy storm hit the area on Thursday. As the cold front named Sophia, which was sweeping across Greece from Tuesday, bringing snowfall and downpour in many parts of the country, receded on Sunday, Greece's National Weather Service warned that a new low-pressure weather system was due to hit the country on Monday evening. The lowest temperature of minus 19 degrees Celsius was recorded on Sunday at Florina town in northern Greece. Brazil deployed around 300 national troops to Fortaleza on Saturday amid a wave of violence in the northeastern city and surrounding areas over the past several days. Dozens of buses, banks, and businesses have been burned to the ground in scores of attacks on infrastructure and private property. Local media reported criminal gangs were behind the attacks, which are in protest of new tougher prison measures backed by the governor of Ceará State. Members of the National Public Security Force have been tasked with patrolling the streets in Fortaleza and surrounding areas in the state. The deployment comes just days after the inauguration of far-right President Jair Bolsonaro, who was elected on a law and order platform. The U.S. military said on Sunday it has killed a militant in Yemen believed to be one of the planners of a deadly bombing of the Navy destroyer USS Cole in 2000. Jamal al-Badawi was killed in a precision strike in Yemen's Marif Governorate on January 1, U.S. Central Command said on Twitter, 2 days after saying U.S. forces had targeted Badawi in the strike. Badawi was indicted by a federal grand jury in 2003 and was wanted for his role in the USS Cole attack. He escaped from prison in Yemen twice, once in 2003 and again in 2006. There was a $5 million reward for information leading to his arrest. On October 12, 2000, 2 men in a small boat detonated explosives alongside the Navy-guided missile destroyer as it was refueling in Aden, killing 17 sailors, wounding more than 3 dozen others, and blasting a gaping hole in its hull.
at 32 araw o mahigit 9 na taon na po ang nakalipas mula nang maganap ang malagim na Maguindanao Massacre. Ngunit hanggang ngayon ay naghahanap pa rin tayo ng katarungan sa mga biktima ng malagim na krimen. At sa tila madilim na hinaharap ng kaso, hindi po bibitiw ang UNTV sa labang ito hanggang makamit ang katarungan, hindi lamang para sa aming 4 na kasamahan, kundi sa lahat ng mga biktima ng karumal-dumal na pamamaslang.
Naglaban-laban ng wish coveries ng South Luzon para makapasok sa semi-final round ng Wish Covery Season 2, The Singer and the Song, kagabi. Matapos ang vocal showdown, pasok na sa semi-finals sina Jayco Elad at Antoinette Amorin ng Camp Moy Ortiz. Ito ang balita ni Leslie Longboe.
Nakapili na ng unang 2 wish coveries para sa kanyang kampo si composer-wish-coverer Moy Ortiz. R&B song ang napiling i-perform ni na Jayco Elad at Russell Prudente.
This is such a wonderful place to be. Even if the race is paid out, alright. For as long as the world stays and still, we'll be night and day.
But I chose to go with Jacob dahil mas polished ang vocals.
Ito na talaga ang time para baguhin ko ang sarili ko dahil yan, nakapasok ako dito.
Sunod namang naglaban ang dalawang belters na sina Antoinette Amorin at Shaira Mainit.
Pangako, hindi ka na mag-iisa. Pangakong magmula ngayon, tayong dalawa.
The reason why I chose Wish Covery Antoinette dahil for me, mas believable yung interpretation niya at performance ng Pangako.
Hindi ko po expected na makapasok po. Gawa po ng nagkamali nga po ako nung una pong play po ng music po. Pero thankful pa rin po ako na nakapasok. Pinili po ako ni Sir po.
Sina Jaco at Antoinette ay pupunta sa Maynila para lumaban sa semifinals. Samantala ngayong linggo ay makukumpleto na ang top 4 wish coveries ng bawat kampo na pasok sa susunod na round. Leslie Longboan, UNTV News and Rescue, Philippines.
At yan ang naging kabuuan ng ating balitaan ngayong gabi. Aming inilahad ng buong katapatan kung paano namin nasaksihan.
Kayo'y makapagtitiwala na ang aming nakita at narinig ang aming ibinabalita. Magandang gabi.